Morgan Thompson, J.D. Hayworth. Let's continue our conversation now with James Hirsen, Newsmax insider and author of the Left Coast Report. James, we got to talk football now. Ray Rice filing a suit against the Baltimore Ravens for wrongful termination. You're a lawyer. Do you think he'll be successful?
He's got some really good arguments. Actually, he has two grievances. He has an appeal of his dismissal. He's seeking $3.5 million in salary for the season, but according to the NFL collective bargaining agreement, the league only has the right to suspend a player once for an off-field personal conduct. It's kind of like double jeopardy, and that seems to be his strongest argument. And here's the thing: the league agreed to this former federal judge, Barbara Jones, and she said Roger Goodell, the commissioner of football, has to come in and testify. This is going to be dramatic. What did he know and when did he know it is pertinent to this Rice appeal. And so, it all depends on how the facts shake out. But the NFL is in a precarious situation because if Ray Rice gets reinstated, there are a number of sponsors that could pull out of the very lucrative ad revenue that they get. So I'm sure the NFL people are rooting against Ray Rice's attorneys. But as I said, that double jeopardy argument is strong.
So James, to back up with that, that's really his defense, is the double jeopardy. And you said it is strong. I mean, and if so, if they find that that's the case, what does he stand to win here?
Well, he stands to win his back salary of $3.5 million, and he gets reinstated. And I believe then he would be a free agent, and he would be able to go out. His agent would shop him around. He'd probably end up getting a lucrative contract. There are plenty of owners in the league that don't mind Ray Rice's baggage, such as the Raiders, for example, and lots of other teams. And so he is a very talented athlete. And it's unfortunate in a way, it still harkens back to the fact the NFL mishandled this case from the beginning. They should not have had two different suspensions, but they did because of the fact that this video was so powerful. And they claim that they didn't have access to it, although there's reports that indicate otherwise. So that's going to be the big question.
And the real challenge here is the courtroom of public opinion has resulted in the courtroom opening up to hear this case. We're going to have to leave it there. James Hirsen, as always, we appreciate your perspective from La La Land this morning. Let's move back to America's heartland for this election preview. The Kansas Republican governor could be facing trouble. Here's our Newsmax election team with a focus on the gubernatorial race in the sunflower state of Kansas.
Current Kansas Governor Republican Sam Brownback easily won his seat in 2010, raking in more than 63% of the vote. This time around, he's struggling, and members of his own party may be to blame. According to a New York Daily News report, more than 100 Republican Kansas politicians have thrown their support behind Brownback's challenger, State Representative Paul Davis. So why the split within the GOP? Brownback may just be too conservative, as evident by the sweeping anti-abortion laws that came to fruition during his tenure. Davis, the minority leader of the Kansas House of Representatives, is considered to be a moderate and is popular on both sides of the aisle, especially when it comes to his ability to work through financial challenges. Still, Brownback gets credit for working to decrease income taxes and for passing legislation to help small businesses. Depending on which poll you look at, either candidate is favored, or that's why political analysts call this race a toss-up. However, Davis's lead is steady, a big reason analysts say Brownback should be very worried.
And as it turns out, history could also be working against my old congressional colleague Sam Brownback. Since the 1960s, Kansas has not re-elected back-to-back Republican governors. We're going to have election night coverage here on Newsmax TV. We hope you'll join us for You Decide 2014.